right down the street, and I know you're going to love them.
Fascinating. Now, should we go back to the weather, or did we exhaust that topic, too?
Am I talking too much?
No, you're just talking about the wrong thing.
I don't know what you mean.
Sure you don't.
You want to clue me in?
Okay, so I'm jealous.
Of me?
That is what you wanted me to admit.
Why, Dr. Drake, how you do go on?
No, what is this with this Scorpio guy?
He's a friend of Luke's, so naturally he's a friend of mine.
All your friends hug you and call you a bushfire blonde.
Did that bother you?
Well, I'm not going to lose any sleep. Yeah, it bothered me, yeah.
I could tell it did. Look on your face.
Looks good kill, right?
You didn't even say hello to Robert.
No, it's a good thing, too. Might have said a bit more if I'd opened my mouth.
You want to know the deep, dark, terrible truth?
Come on, Bobbie, don't put me on.
Okay, well, the deep, dark, terrible truth is that one night Robert and I were at the disco, and we won a dance contest. And we were both crowned king and queen, and we both picked up a little extra money on the side.
That's it? That's all there is to it?
Uh-huh. We were both parts of the crowd, and I never even dated him.
Well, I may talk to him next time I see him.
I like you being jealous.
Well, you're certainly worth being jealous of.
Thank you, Noah.
Bobbie, what is happening to me?
What do you mean, what's happening to you?
Am I going off the deep end, kind of?
Falling for me, you mean? I think the way you have is a case of the ego crunch. Because you thought that Robert and I had been together, and because I said no to you the first time you asked me up to your place to see your etchings.
How am I going to do it the second time around?
I'm not sure. Life's a matter of timing.
Speaking of timing, Ruby's hitting me worse.
Hi, darling. Noah.
Hi, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Oh, I interrupted something.
No.
No, come on, sit down and join us.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to get a cup of coffee, but first I have something I want to ask Noah.
Go ahead.
Well, I thought I'd have a little friendly game of poker at my place tonight. How would you like to go?
Oh, yeah, great. Are you going to be there, Bobbie?
Oh, no, sorry, I have a date.
Well, I was also looking for Luke to join us, but I can't find him anywhere. I mean, where do you think he could be?
Laura, could you take those pins out, let your hair hang loose?
Sure. You know, Kurt,
Hold still, please, Laura.
how can I ask questions if I can't talk?
Well, just don't move your head around so much. That's a perfect angle.
Okay. You know what confuses me?
Yeah.
Well, Alex seems almost totally preoccupied with these stolen art objects of hers.
Yeah, I've heard her mention that.
And you're a chemist. And chemistry is the study of various metals, stones.
True.
Well, let's face it, a lot of art objects are made out of stones and metals and things like that, right?
Laura, I think it's my turn to ask questions. Besides, you're moving your head around too much.
Really? I thought it was just as still as a statue.
What do you, do with yourself in your spare time? You must have a very impressive social calendar.
Hardly impressive.
Well, did you go to the art auction I read about in the paper?
You mean the one last night?
Huh.
Yeah, I was there.
And Luke?
Mm-hmm, he was there too. What are you getting at?
Oh, I just, read in the newspaper that someone stole an art object from the auction, and frankly, I was thinking about it. I thought Luke might have been that someone.
Well, if that art object happened to belong to Alex Quartermain, then I'd say there's no doubt Luke stole it. Why are you so interested if you're involved in an entirely different field of work?
Oh, I'm just curious, Laura. I'm always intrigued by all the things that Alex gets herself into.
Aha. Ja, und übrigens diese kleine schwarze Statue. Die war wirklich ziemlich hässlich, fand ich. Und trotzdem waren alle Leute ganz wild darauf. Und ich begreife nicht, warum. Können Sie mir das vielleicht sagen?
Sieh mal einer an. Hier verbringt also der einsame Mr. Castle seine wertvolle Zeit. Wenn er nicht gerade mit Leslie Webber verabredet ist.
Alex, ich war gespannt, wie lange du brauchen würdest, um herauszufinden, wo ich mich verstecke. Weniger als 24 Stunden. Bemerkenswert, Alex. Bemerkenswert.
Finde ich auch.
Tritt doch näher, Alex. Nicht so schüchtern.
Du freust dich also über meinen Besuch.
Ich bin entzückt.
Tja, ehrlich gesagt, ich war nicht sicher, wie du mich empfangen würdest.
Hast du ein Erschießungskommando erwartet?
Wenn es sein muss, aber bitte keine Augenbinde.
Wie immer eine tapfere und unerschrockene Alex. Denn schließlich bist du stets auf alle Dinge zugegangen.
Ich hätte dich schon früher entdeckt, wenn ich einen Blick durchs Fernrohr geworfen hätte.
Fernrohr?
Mein Cousin Alan hat es aus dem Keller geholt. Und er hat öfter von einer herrlichen Yacht im Hafen gesprochen. Aber ich habe mir nicht die Mühe gemacht, durchzuschauen.
Erzähl mir nicht, dass du nachlässt, Alex.
Ich habe dich falsch eingeschätzt. Ich dachte, du hättest dir irgendwo einen ruhigen Landsitz genommen.
Das habe ich auch erst, bis meine Yacht eintraf. Und dann habe ich das Naheliegende getan, wie du siehst.
Mein Kompliment, Toni. Du hast mich zum Narren gehalten. Sag mal, war die reizende Leslie Webber hier schon zu Besuch?
Gelegentlich, ja.
Ich könnte mir vorstellen, dass sie überwältigt war.
Ich finde, dass Leslie jede Situation mit einem gewissen Flair meistern kann.
Wollen wir dieses langweilige Thema nicht abbrechen?
Du hast doch damit angefangen. Aber ich bin froh, dass du gekommen bist.
Wirklich?
Und ich finde, dein Besuch sollte angemessen gefeiert werden. Ja, ich hätte gerne eine Flasche Champagner, aber vom Feinsten. Und ein Menü für 2. Danke sehr. Und nun, Alex, erzähl mir mal was von dir. Wie heißt der Mann, der dir etwas bedeutet?
Ich kenne keinen Mann, der mir was bedeutet.
Wenn ich mich richtig erinnern kann, gab es einen Mann, der sich brennend für dich interessiert hat. Wo ist unser gemeinsamer Freund James Duvall?
Eine gute Frage. Habe ich mir auch schon gestellt. Vielleicht hat er einen Unfall gehabt. Deine beiden anderen Wissenschaftler hatten doch auch Unfälle.
Ich habe mit Bestürzung davon gehört.
Oh ja, das kann ich mir gut vorstellen.
Alex, ich stelle mit großem Bedauern fest, dass wir uns beide gegenseitig bekämpfen. Dabei haben wir das gleiche Ziel. Ist es denn nicht möglich, dass du doch noch vernünftig wirst und dass du die Eisprinzessin mit mir teilst? Das heißt natürlich nur, wenn Luke wieder damit auftaucht und sie dir zurückgibt.
Ja, genau aus diesem Grund bin ich hier. Luke ist aufgetaucht. Und zwar mit der Eisprinzessin.
Tatsächlich?
Und in Erinnerung an früher bin ich dir diese Nachricht schuldig. Weißt du, ich hätte sonst nie deine Zeit in Anspruch genommen.
Wie aufmerksam von dir. Aber dann bleibt immer noch James Duvall. Eine wandelnde Formel. Das heißt, wenn er noch am Leben ist.
Das war's, Laura. Wollen Sie sich's ansehen?
Es ist wirklich schon fertig. Darf ich mal sehen? Aber mein lieber Kurt, finden Sie das nicht auch ein bisschen sehr schmeichelhaft?
Das finde ich nicht. Nur ein wirklicher Künstler könnte...
Master could truly capture your beauty, Laura. But thank you for sitting for me.
I think I've got to be going now. You know, Alex gave me some extra time, but I think I said a little bit too long.
Well, Laura, can't you stay a little longer? I mean, you've asked so many questions, and I'm wondering why.
Well, I told you. I'm just interested in your work, that's all, and how it ties in with Alex.
Well, I told you once that one of these days I'll be able to tell you everything, Laura.
I guess I'm just going to have to settle for that. Now I better get to work or else I'm going to lose my job. My purse. I left it in the bedroom. I'll go get it. There's no reason to get jumpy, Dr. Wheeler. I learned my lesson. I'm not going to snoop anymore.
I trust you.
Good. That doesn't mean I'm not curious. I've just decided that I'm going to find out all about Kurt Wheeler from the man himself.
You will. In time.
J.D. I thought you said you trusted me.
I do. I just came in to escort you to the door.
Oh, that's nice. All right, it was a lovely lunch. I hope that Alex will let me come over every day.
I'd like that very much.
Hier, bitte sehr. Möchten Sie noch einen Kaffee, Miss Vernon?
Nein, danke, ich habe noch.
Es tut mir leid, dass das alles so lange dauert.
Aber ich kann einfach nicht mehr länger warten. Das ist doch lächerlich.
Der Sheriff hätte angerufen, wenn er weiterhin aufgehalten worden wäre. Ich bin überzeugt, dass er jeden Moment eintreffen wird.
Tja, ich fürchte, das wird nicht mehr viel nützen.
Oh, bitte warten Sie. Sheriff McCarthy möchte Ihnen die Auszeichnung unbedingt persönlich übergeben. Sie müssen verstehen, er ist schon enttäuscht, dass heute nur Rick Webber anwesend sein wird. Haben Sie zufälligerweise die beiden Webber-Ärzte schon vor dem Unfall gekannt?
Naja, ich wusste nur, sie arbeiten beide im General Hospital.
Oh, dann haben Sie sie ja erst in jener Unfallnacht kennengelernt.
Wir haben uns gar nicht kennengelernt.
Oh, schade. Wenn Sie noch Zeit hätten, wäre das ja nachzuholen. Ich habe gehört, dass seine Frau, oder besser gesagt seine Ex-Frau, ihn vielleicht hierher begleiten will. Sie ist übrigens auch Ärztin am General Hospital.
Sehr interessant, aber ich kann jetzt wirklich nicht mehr länger warten.
Lovely. Color of gray suits your uniform beautifully. It's a little bit small, but that could work to your advantage.
Yep. A little country club feel, right? Makes it easier for me to see who's coming.
So, what are you doing here besides bounce this crazy little ball around?
If I can exercise my fingers on my guitar, that's good enough for me, you know.
Yeah, Ramsey told me that you got to have your guitar in.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's one way of taking care of anybody who wants to put a hit on me, you know. I'll just play my guitar for them.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short, man. I heard you play at the hospital Christmas party. You're pretty good, and the kids really loved it.
Well, that day was a very special day for me, kind of a changing point in my life, I think.
How do you mean?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because of Luke and Laura. Maybe I've just never been surrounded by so many good people, you know.
Life is beginning to take on a new meaning for you? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not very good with words, Kelly.
So? So what? Say it with music?
I guess.
That's good. Hold on to that. Keep that. If music's what you need, do it.
Yeah.
Don't give up. That's the secret.
Maybe I can try to make something out of myself. I got 8 whole years to try, right?
8 years. I hope you can write music.
Well, I've made some stabs at it. Just played some things in my head, you know. But hell, with 8 years, maybe I'll really take it seriously. Try to learn to compose, you know.
Good. Do it.
Luke and Laura used to like the stuff I made up at Beecher's Corners.
They're a couple of good people, man. And they're good friends. I guess you know that.
It's all mutual.
You know, people have a bit of difficulty trying to figure out your relationship with those two.
Yeah? Well, how do you explain it, Kelly? I mean, all I can say is that the 3 of us have something that's very special. I don't know.
Well, it's easy to figure. I mean, you guys went through a lot of terrifying things last summer. I couldn't have gone through something like that without forming some sort of bond.
Whatever the word is, it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
I'm glad I got to talk to you, Hutch. I feel I know you a little bit better.
see is what I am.
What you see is important, too, man. Don't lose your self-respect. You're dead without it.
I'll remember that.
Good, do. All right, I'm going to give it to you straight, man. I don't like the position you're in. As a matter of fact, I'm worried sick about it. Ramsey's told me about some of the threats that have come down on you. We got to move to get you out of here yesterday, if we possibly can. And the only way I can see to do that is one of two ways. Number one, we could ask for a mistrial on the grounds that you did not have the best possible representation the first time around. Number two, we can ask for an executive parole because you cooperated with crime investigators.
Okay, whichever one then, whatever you think's right.
Okay, I'll make that decision. Now here's a decision you got to make. I am green, man. The paint is not even dry on my shingle. You may want a more experienced man for the job.
I want you, Joe.
Good. I think we're in business.
I want to say thank you.
Don't thank me yet. Wait till I do something.
I got a gut feeling you will.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be overnight. Believe that.
Look, I've been learning how to sleep with my eyes open, you know.
Is there anybody here that you suspect particularly?
Well, who knows? It could be anybody. Even one of the trustees.
These guys, they're okay, aren't they?
Well, they're supposed to be. That's why they're trustees.
Okay, just keep your eyes open.
Yeah, well, some of the hacks are doing what they can for me.
The hacks, you mean guards?
Right. Except I'm just number 52. They got other things to do than just look out for number 52 all the time.
Yeah, well, they got their own tails to cover, don't they? I mean, they're always vulnerable to a setup as you are.
All right, look. I can keep things, I can watch where things are coming at me from certain angles for just a certain period of time. Eventually, I'm going to make some kind of mistake. So I'm not sure how much time you're going to have to do whatever it is you can do.
I'll get right on it and try to do it yesterday if I possibly can, man. Meantime, you keep your nose clean and try and get out here in this exercise yard as much as you possibly can, because this seems to be about the only safe place you got. Hold it.
Guard, get in here! Hey, Hack! Hey! What is that? What are you doing? He's all right, man. Come on, look up there.
I don't see anybody up there.
Well, what is this? What is it? You think swamp gas pushes this stuff all out of the ground, man?
I'll get you out of this place as soon as I possibly can. Man could get killed around here, couldn't he?
Yoke International.
Luke, don't say my name if anybody's there.
Luke? No, nobody's here. What happened to you? Are you all right?
I don't have time for this right now, Laura. I just called to let you know that you're not to worry. I am okay.
Well, thanks for nothing. I've been going out of my mind.
Well, I'm sorry, but there are a few other people that I really want to go out of their minds right now.
Listen, Scorpio told me something to tell you.
I don't want to hear about that. I haven't got time for it. There's only one thing important, and that is that you tell nobody, absolutely nobody under any circumstances that you heard from me. Have you got it? Laura, please. If you don't do this, I mean, it may not work. I love you.
Look,